Essential flight tips, life-saving secrets. Every passenger needs to know. Flying feels ordinary until you realize you're 35,000 feet up, sealed inside a pressurized metal tube. Hidden behind those cabin doors are secrets that could change the way you travel forever. Before we start, tell me, what's the strangest thing you've experienced on a flight? Comment below, and if even one tip helps, hit that like button. Ever had a landing so hard you thought the wheels might snap off? It's easy to blame the pilot, but don't be too quick to judge. In poor weather, especially on wet or snowy runways, pilots often land hard on purpose. Why? To break through the thin layer of water on the runway and ensure the tires grip properly, reducing the risk of hydroplaning. In other words, that bone-shaking bump wasn't bad flying, it was skilled flying. Next time it happens, you might even want to thank your pilot. Ever stepped off a plane feeling like all the moisture's been sucked out of you? That's because cabin humidity can drop to just 20%, about the same as the Sahara Desert. Your lips crack, your skin dries out, and even your sinuses get parched. Airlines can't simply install humidifiers because moisture inside the aircraft can lead to dangerous metal corrosion. Your best defense? Pack a small arsenal, lip balm, a travel-size moisturizer, and a big bottle of water. Avoid too much coffee or alcohol mid-flight. They'll only dehydrate you faster. Hydrate, and you'll arrive looking and feeling much fresher. When the flight attendant tells you to raise your seat and put your tray table away, it's not just to tidy up, it's to save lives. If your seat is reclined during takeoff or landing, it can block the person behind you from getting into the brace position during an emergency. A lowered tray table can obstruct your escape route. Upright seats and stowed trays give everyone more room to move quickly if something goes wrong. It's a tiny adjustment that could make a huge difference. Yes, the hum of the engines is basically white noise therapy, but you'll want to stay awake for takeoff and landing. These are the most critical phases of flight, and most accidents, though rare, happen during them. Plus, the rapid changes in cabin pressure can cause ear pain if you're asleep, because you're not actively swallowing or yawning to equalize pressure. Staying alert also means you'll be more aware of safety instructions, unusual noises, or changes in cabin activity. Once you hit cruising altitude, go ahead, curl up and snooze. Here's a secret you might not want to hear. Most in-flight coffee and tea is made using water from the plane's onboard tank. These tanks aren't emptied and cleaned as often as you'd expect, and tests have found that they can harbor bacteria. If you're craving caffeine, it's safer to stick with bottled water or canned beverages. Save the latte for the airport lounge. Ever noticed flight attendants pour soda like they're handling nitroglycerin? It's because cabin pressure messes with carbonation, causing extreme foaming. They have to pour slowly to avoid overflowing your cup. If you're in a hurry, pick a non-carbonated drink. You'll get it faster and with less risk of sticky hands. And if you're after hydration, plain water will always be the winner in the sky. Isn't the bathroom? Brace yourself. The dirtiest surface on an airplane is the tray table. Studies have found more bacteria here than on the toilet flush button. Between flights, cleaning crews often focus on trash removal, not deep sanitizing. So before you unfold that tray, wipe it down. While you're at it, give your armrest and seatbelt a quick clean too. And don't forget the air vent above your seat. It's pushing filtered air, which is far safer than touching uncleaned surfaces. A quick sanitizing routine before you settle in is worth every second. That sunny window seat might be great for views, but leaning against the glass? Not a good idea. Aircraft windows rarely get a proper disinfecting, and dozens of passengers have probably touched or sneezed near that exact spot. If you like to lean, place a clean hoodie, scarf, or travel pillow between you and the surface. It's tempting to travel in flip-flops or heels, but in an emergency evacuation, they can be a nightmare. Flip-flops can slip off, and high heels can puncture the inflatable emergency slide. In a real emergency, you might have to run over hot tarmac, broken glass, or debris. Wear closed-toe shoes with a good grip. You can always pack your sandals for later. Sure, you might be able to lift that heavy carry-on into the overhead bin, but turbulence can turn it into a falling projectile. Whenever possible, store heavier items under the seat in front of you. It's safer, and it keeps the overhead bins lighter, reducing the chance of someone getting hurt. Even if you're wearing socks, airplane floors see everything from spilled drinks to, you guessed it, bodily fluids. Walking barefoot or in just socks is a health gamble. If you want comfort, bring a pair of clean slippers or travel shoes to change into. We've all seen them in safety videos, but the emergency slide is for real emergencies only. Deploying it accidentally can cause massive delays, flight cancellations, and cost the airline thousands. Keep your hands away unless the crew instructs you to use it. It's not about enjoying the view, it's about safety. Raised shades allow both crew and passengers to quickly assess outside conditions in an emergency. If one side of the plane is on fire, the crew needs to know instantly which direction to evacuate. Plus, your eyes adjust faster to outside light if you've already been exposed. Certain items like spray deodorants, shaving cream, and other pressurized cans should go in your checked bag to avoid in-flight pressure issues. But lithium batteries? Always keep them in your carry-on. If one overheats or catches fire in the cabin, it can be dealt with quickly. In the cargo hold, it's a very different story. Worried about radiation from security scanners? You're exposed to far less than you'd get during the flight itself. The dose is tiny, comparable to a couple of minutes of natural background radiation. Unless you have a specific medical reason, there's no need to request an alternate screening. Hollywood loves this plot twist, but the truth is, no. Flying a commercial airliner is far more complex than a video game or home flight simulator. In reality, you'd need years of training to land safely. Even with guidance from air traffic control, the odds aren't great. Always leave it to the professionals. Air travel is generally safe, but small choices, such as what you drink, where you store your bag, or the shoes you wear, can make it even safer. And here's my final question to you. Which of these tips surprised you the most? And do you have a secret flying hack of your own? Drop it in the comments, I might feature it in a future video. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.